All right, we've had lots of people ask about our pasta salad, and we did learn it from a trail mate, but we've added our own little switch, twists to it, and I've added tons of different things to it. But normally, what we do, and we make the top ramens first, and then we make it with the seasoning in it, and then we drain it off and put it in our cup, and we drink the soup out for an appetizer, and then we kind of cool off the top ramen. We add the pickles. I even add the pickle juice and the mayonnaise. I'm adding 4, but I mean we've added 1 or 2 or whatever of mayonnaise to it. And then I'm adding this time a thing of chili, a little teeny, the chili flakes. I'm adding just some the red chili flakes to this time, so it's gonna be a little warm. And then we have olives. I'm going to do 4 little packets. Usually my packets of olives are bigger, and I usually do 1 or 2. So I'm adding a little extra olives. So pickles, olives, mayonnaise, pepper, some of that hot pepper. And I may add some of this, some of these mixed veggies too. They taste really good in a pasta salad too. That tastes really good. I could add some of the bacon bits too. The bacon bits might be good. Might be a good addition too to that. So that's one of our meals, and it's not a ton of calories, but it's delicious. The mayonnaise do add it. We might add some of this ghee. Forgot to mention that when I was doing it. I have ghee and I have olive oil, and we saute. We do take a fresh garlic and we saute that, so we could add fresh garlic to it as well. It adds calories. The ghee and the olive oil add nutrients and calories, which is why we use that. It's one of the nutrient dense things you need to have on trail. A lot of times if we make tuna, we could add this olive oil to it just to give it a little, give it a little bit more when you put it in the tortilla. And the ghee is just, you can just add it to anything. Just add it to any of your meals, just to add a little bit of fat and a little bit of good stuff, calories. So we had people ask about that, so I wanted to make sure I answered how to make that. Anyway, and you can buy these, easy to find these on your resupplies, no problem. Like you can find these at Dollar General, easy. And Dollar General, the olives are a little bit harder to find, and these ones have chili and garlic. So, and I bought them off of Amazon. I bought a huge box of them. My daughter's gonna send them ahead whenever we need them. So we only do one of these a week, so she'll just, every 2 weeks she'll send us enough for 2 weeks. So that's what we do. Getting ready to go. We are trying to fine tune our backpacks. Mine is super heavy, but it's because I'm trying to carry all the food that I normally eat, and Roger usually carries the majority food, and I just carry 1 day of food for both of us every day. I'm trying to decide on underwear. Everybody's like, just take 2, and no. So here I go again, refusing to follow the trend of everybody else. I do take an extra bra for town. This is our resupply box. We're going to drop it off at a hostel that we're going to end up at. I think 60 miles from where we're starting. So we'll have a complete resupply box, and some of this will be for our grandkids because our grandkids are going to join us on trail. We have stuff here to give to our grandkids. We have a sleeping bag. No, I have a puffy jacket, and I have a sleeping pad and an extra stove for them. And Roger got his new Gossamer gear pack. Oh man, we're just flying with all kinds of new stuff. We had the same pack for 10 years. Prior to that, we had the same pack for 20 years. We had Gregory packs for a very long time. They were awesome. Matter of fact, our grandkids are going to be using our Gregory packs, which excites us because those packs took us to a lot of different places. They took us to Mount Whitney and all over the John Muir Trail and all over the Sierra Nevadas. So they're going to be, it's very emotional because those packs are where we fell in love with all of this stuff, even though most people think we're out of our complete and utter minds. And I am bringing 2 pads, and everybody again thinks I'm nuts. I'm taking my nice blow up pad. I think it's a big Agnes, and then I'm taking this one to go under it right now because it might still be cold, and I don't want to be cold. I hate being cold. So, oh well. So my new pack is yellow, my favorite color, and Roger's pack is green. I'm getting ready to go over all of this stuff right here. And this is I know, most people think it's nuts, but this is all my stuff I put in my first aid, which is not a lot. This is my first aid, and it's not light. But I take stuff not only for myself, but other people on trail, because I've shared, we did 1,000 miles last year, and I shared so much of my first aid with people because nobody carries it because they think they don't need it. I have vinegar, so if you come in contact with poison ivy or poison oak or even sumac, you can squirt this. I just squirt it on my legs and rub it down. That's what I do every night. I take a wipe first and then I squirt it with that. Plus, it's really good for antifungal. So, antibiotics. You have to have nail clippers. I don't care what people say. You can buy new ones every time you stop, but whatever. Blisters care, and it's usually not for me, although I did use it once. It's usually for other people that I come across on the trail that have horrible blisters. I have some alcohol wipes. I have some pads, and I do think I need a tourniquet. My son-in-law's like, "You don't have a tourniquet?" I'm like, "Oh gosh, I guess we could break our legs." Didn't think about that. I don't think about that. And then in here I have my toothbrush and my toothpaste, a pair of glasses that I'm going to use when I'm reading and at nighttime, helping do the videos. This is a loofah sponge, and I used a loofah sponge last year, and it was awesome, you guys. They're super light. You do have to let them dry, so after I take a shower, I set them out and let them dry, and then put them back in a Ziploc bag to put them in my pack. But just take a piece of this. It's really good for scrubbing your face and legs and arms and just scrubbing the surface of your skin. I'm sorry, but I need that. We take one razor, and believe it or not, Roger shaves with one razor. And he only shaves usually at Resupplies because he can't grow a beard, but, you know, he just shaves once a week. He just shaves once a week his whole life anyway. So this is nothing different for him. I have these because they saved my life. And if you don't know what these are K-tape, or what else do they call it Leukotape, but you gotta know how to do it right. Make sure you research that, because you can actually hurt yourself if you tape yourself wrong. But I do it for my knees. My knees are not friends of mine right now. Everybody needs these. If you don't know what they are, please get familiar with them. Sandy's earplugs. I wish I had wore these a few times when I was already in the shelter and people came in last year, because I didn't get sleep a few times. Important. This is super duper important, people. I put them in my socks. I put them in my shoes. I put this on my underarms. I put this in between my legs. I put this everywhere. And it's half gone already. Plus I have my extra rubber bands around it. It's not a huge thing. It's a tiny little thing. How much does it weigh? 1 ounce. And it's half empty. So it's half an ounce right now. This is a teeny tiny little glide thing. And this is also for chafing. So under the arms and in between your legs, you know, where your legs would chafe. And even you could put these on your heels and places where you think you might chafe. I have an extra pair of these for people on the trail. I'm going to give this away to whoever might need some. This is important too, because I'm allergic to bees and Roger is allergic to the world. So we both carry one, and they're not light. So this adds a lot of weight. They're not light. I mean, we could take it out of the container, but then you have a chance of like poking yourself or your tent or something else. Okay. People think we're nuts for carrying this around, but man, if you roll this on your foot when you're done hiking every single day, you will not have fasciitis. You will not. You will not. Plus, you can use it on your muscles and legs, arms, whatever. And it's made out of cork, so it's super duper 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 light. I take these as part of my probiotics, but it's just a blood sugar leveler, because we eat stuff that we don't normally, like I don't usually eat like candy and sweetening things, so that just helps with that. I do have some migraine tablets just in case. Just in case. I mean, I know it's a lot of them. I probably won't need any more. And these Benadryls, believe it or not, my husband takes almost every day. We try not to have him take them, but he's literally allergic to everything. If he doesn't take something, he will not be well. So, and these are my vitamins, and I take them every day. So I'm not going to not take them on trail. That would be ridiculous. And these are my probiotics and my BioCleanse that I take every single day. And I'm not going to, these are really light anyway, but the vitamins are what's heavy. I take them every day. Roger has pills he has to take too, so we both have pills we carry separately just because it's just easier that way. He's allergic, extremely allergic. Like, he might die if he takes ibuprofen. I don't even take ibuprofen with me, but one time I had him, somebody gave him to me, and freak me out. Anyway, I have one thing each of these Alka-Seltzer Plus, just in case. We never once needed it last year, ever. But I'll just carry it, just in case one of us get really sick and are miserable. And then we have some cough drops. And that's a lot, but it's what I need. So we've kind of fine-tuned it over the years. We used to carry an enormous first aid kit. Like it did have a tourniquet. I should at least say that, but it was like all of this, like when this red bag is full and I pick it up, I think it's not quite a pound. Yeah, I think it's 12 ounces or something like that. It was definitely a lot bigger than that. And it didn't have all the stuff that's in here. It was just medical supplies. So we've changed. Yeah, we've changed since 1970, whatever it was, 76, 78. I don't even know. When we first started carrying, first aid kit, we thought we needed everything. And in the Sierras, you kind of do need more stuff than on the AT, but this is my minimum on AT. I think I do have one more set of pills that is probably bigger than all the pills I have here combined, and that is just for my collagen and vitamin C, because we need that when we're hiking. We need it all the time, but we actually really need it when we're hiking, because your legs and knees and feet are taking a lot of beating. Anyway, that's my first aid kit. We are prepping and getting ready. We're starting on the trail on Wednesday morning. So we are trying to get all of our food together. We really don't like backpacking food because we've been using it for over 40 years, and it has gotten a lot better, but hey, we try really hard to not eat it. But we do have to do it every now and then because it is a lot lighter than everything else that we can take. But here is our take for 5 days, 4 nights. And we're assuming it's going to be 4 nights. So we have extra food. We do have one whole day of extra food here. So it's actually 6 days and 6 days and 5 nights of food. But what we're doing is we always take some tortillas, and that's what usually Roger likes to use for lunch. And we're making we got some powder this year of peanut butter. We're going to try that. We're going to try this powdered peanut butter. It's a lot lighter than taking a jar of medium-sized peanut butter, which is what he usually does. And then, and I'll take apart these so you can see what they are. This is our pasta salad. And it comes out delicious. We learned it from a trail mate, and then we just kind of tweaked it. This is going to be our next night, which is breakfast for dinner. We're going to make breakfast burritos. So we have eggs, potatoes. We have some dried potatoes that are delicious. They're like a hash brown potato. And then we have some dried mixed vegetables that we're going to add to the eggs. We have some bacon and then tortillas. So we're going to make breakfast burritos for that. And then we have, this is some Bear Creek soup. And it's definitely not light. Like, it's pretty heavy. It's 9 ounces. But it makes 8 meals. We usually split it in 2 and add mashed potatoes. So that's going to be at least 2 meals. We could make that into 3 meals, depending on our mileage. So we will see. And then we have salami and cheese. I love that. I'll probably eat most of it. He'll eat some of the meat, but he doesn't even really eat cheese. But we'll use some of that cheese for our breakfast burritos. That's going to be a fun night because we used to love breakfast for dinner. And then I have my trail mix, which I have 2 baggies full, and that's for 4 days. So I use 1 bag for 2 days. Roger's like burned out on beef jerky. So the beef jerky is probably for me, and I just took a small portion. And then this is Roger's trail mix. His trail mix is different than mine. It doesn't have any, I have coconut in mine, and I have pecans, and he likes cashews and peanuts. And then these are our bars, and we have 1 bar a day. And they're high in protein, low in sugar, and they do have fat in them. Mine are gluten-free, I think. His aren't. And then, of course, we have a baggie of those things. And then these are just my favorite. They're like a chili candy, and I take a lot because I like to try. I want to give them away if I can, a few to other people that might. And then I have some ginger candy, which is delicious. Just like cheese and crackers, which is the heaviest thing in the whole pack. Those are Roger's. I think those are Roger's. Oh, his protein bars. That's extra food. We have extra 2 top ramens that we take extra, along with the soup that we'll have extra. We'll have some soup probably left over. We have 5 spams. We have 10 spams, I think. We have 10 spams, so 1 for each day. And we like them. I mean, honestly, they have a lot of stuff that we need. So 1 for each day, so it'll be lunch. Our lunch is on trail with tortillas and cheese for me. And these are some really light. These are the only freeze-dried thing we have is some light fruits. I have bananas and strawberries. I have my coffees. I have 1 for each day, and then I have some tea and lemon. I have Nettles tea that my girlfriend dried and made for me. She blended it for me, and that's for nerve pain and muscle, and it's just good for a lot of different things. Immune system, all that good stuff. This is our cook stove. Our cook stove's in there. Our cook stove, our canister, our Bics are in here, and our stove is in that. And then we have our utensils. Our utensils, we both have a spoon fork kind of a thing, and then we both have chopsticks. So anytime like we have things that we could eat with chopsticks, we do, which is noodles. We do that. We do a lot of noodles. Anyway, so coffee, and then we both have breakfast essentials. So that's going to add calories. So we usually have breakfast essentials and a bar in the morning for breakfast. I have a couple of oatmeals because if we have time to make hot water, I like to have that. So that is what we take for 5 days. But we have an extra day of food in here. So 6 days, 5 nights of food.